Please do me a favor and keep fishing out there.
What's up, buddy?
What it do, FrickEm up crew? Welcome back to another daggum video. I appreciate you, yes you, for clicking on this video. It means the world to me. As you guys read from the title of this video, we are going to be talking about our pet bass, Rocky. For those who don't even know who I'm talking about, we had a pet largemouth bass. His name was Rocky. We caught him when he was just a little guy, and the final results of him ended up being like 13 inches, like 1.3 pounds. So it was really cool to grow a fish. If I had to guess, we had him around 2 years maybe. We had him for a pretty long time, and he was doing good at first, but the more he grew and the more his diet started increasing, we just couldn't keep up with him. There was also all the maintenance on the tank too, so all in all, it was just a lot of work to put in for Rocky. We caught Rocky out of a lake, a local lake. Ended up catching him on a bobber rig. Just had a little minnow on a small little bait hook and a little split shot and then a bobber. It was on like an ultralight setup. The lady caught Rocky, so I don't want to take credit for catching him. That was all the ladies doing. We brought a little cooler that day too, and we just wanted to keep a fish. Could have been a bluegill, could have been a crappie. I think we were mainly looking for bass though. The plant life in Rocky's 55-gallon tank was amazing. I'm honestly not sure how I kept up with it so good, but there was just so much oxygen in that tank. Y'all see what I'm talking about with the plant life, but it was growing. Pretty sure Rocky loved it too. I mean, the more plants, the more oxygen he's gonna have. There was a moment in Rocky's pet life where he had some friends involved. A whole bunch of crawfish he didn't eat, you know, the ones that got away. Those would stay in the tank for a while, but he'd usually end up finding them. We threw some gillies in there. They were a little bit too big. I think at one point he had 2 or 3 friends for a couple weeks. We actually put one big one in there to start it off. That didn't work out too well. They were kind of just fierce towards each other. I kind of went over why we released them already a little bit, but I'll go into more detail here. We just got to a point where we feel like the wild would have did more for him than what we could have offered. At first it just went so good, you know. He was built just a little football, but you know, the more and more that he grew into his body, the harder and harder it was to make sure he was fit for his build. When we got to the end, you know, he wasn't looking the healthiest, and that's because we weren't keeping up with his diet. Got to make sure you can handle these things. At first it was going good, but the bigger and bigger he got, the more and more it took out of us to take care of him. Alright, so this part of the video I'm a little sketched out about. I feel like a lot of people are going to give me hate about this, which I totally expected. I mean, he seemed to be fine once I did it. I tagged Rocky with a shirt tag gun. Yeah, not my best decision. Did some research on where people would tag a largemouth bass and all that stuff, and they have some soft spots around their spine. You gotta make sure you don't hit their spine exactly, but there is some fillet meat that you can get into that won't affect the fish. So once I stuck that tag gun in there, popped him with it, and one of those sides kind of just branched out into some soft skin. I was pulling on it a little bit and it felt good. Yeah, like I said, not my best decision, but hey, if I end up catching him one day, I will for sure know that it's Mr. Rocksters. Now we're gonna dive into the montage of Rocky, just some clips that I have saved up. And then after the Rocky montage, we have the Rocky release. It is all about our Mr. Rocksters in memory of having a pet largemouth bass. Hopefully you guys enjoy this type of content. It is not the norm, but it is definitely needed and definitely wanted to be posted. Rocky was a big part of my life, and he should be a big part of y'all's too. So without further ado, let's dive in to the montage and then the release of Rocky. Say what's up to Rocky. Belly coming in on him too. Look at that belly. Woo! We've had him for about a week now. He eats crickets. He chowed on one of these boys the other day. He'll crush minnows just easily. But yeah, Rocky is a stud.
Do you want the minnows?
This guy has been in this 10-gallon aquarium for a month or two, and he's upgrading to the 55. We got the rocks that we're gonna put down in there. Then we got this stuff, super floaty, loose stuff. We got that, beautiful. We got all the stuff for the tank. Look at that face. That's the face of a working woman. You're gonna love it, man. Gotta let the water accumulate, and then I'm sure maybe by tomorrow afternoon we'll probably put them in. Today is the day. Rocky, that was in a 10-gallon, is upgrading to the 55. Our first goal is to get minnows. Feed Rocky in his tank, and then if he's still hungry, he can eat in the 55. We got the juice at the local Bullseyes Bait and Tackle. Yeah. So easy. So easy. Ooh. Mouth full of manner. Oh, Rocky, I'm sorry, dude. Okay. And he's in. I just wonder what he's thinking right now. Ooh, he bit at it. Oh, 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 get him. Get him, little dude. Oh, he got away. Oh, yeah. I hope it's not too bright for him. That's the only thing I'm concerned about, because there's two big old LED lights. Look at that tail. Wow, guys. Rocky, you little stud. Look at you. You little stud. Oh, God. This is number one. He eats minnows all the time. That's his favorite meal, so he's bound to hammer that right there. Oh! He crushed it. Lure number one was a success. If he just gets really freaked out and starts breathing real heavy, we'll have to stop. Got another crappie jig. It's bigger. Oh, he got it that time. Well, he hit this one on a reaction strike because I threw it on his head. We got two lures out of the way and he's hit both of them. So we're gonna give him a little treat. You know that's real, Rocky. We have came to a decision that we want to do the jig and we want to see him like that jig. Hit the tails. Oh, he hit it again. Oh, got it. This is going good. This is going better than I thought. A lipless crankbait. Oh. It's about you and maintenance on the tank. We gotta clean this boy's tank out. We gotta fix this filter. There is algae growing from the top of the tank. Whole bunch of moss. All that moss and all that green in there is actually more oxygen from what the filter produces. We're gonna get him some food a little bit later as well. There's a whole bunch of roots just going right down to the bottom of the tank, and that's gonna cause a whole bunch of vegetation to start growing. All this extra greenery that we got is from those roots. Now it's time to start cutting. We did what we needed to do. Poor Mr. Rocky is at a pretty stressed out point right now. These spots start getting more detailed on him, and that actually means that he is stressed out. I'm trying to make it as fast as possible. All we're gonna really use is the water from the tank. A lot of plants, man. This is every week that these plants grow like this. All right, we're basically about done with the glass on the inside. Might need to hit up a little bit more spots. That daggum filter. Y'all hear all that? That's a whole bunch of nasty filter action. Okay. Done cleaned up the filter. These are still looking a little bit dirty, but they are a lot better than what they were. Get that filter back running again. That way we can clean up all this murk. Got this all connected again. Back looking prettier than ever. Oh, look at that, dude! With that flowing, that means that that filter right there is sucking some stuff in.
20 minutes later.
And the tank is looking gorgeous. What's up, Mr. Rocky? How you feeling? How you feeling, sir? We still got some moss on the bottom. It is not as bad as it was. That is for sure. I guess we should do that. That'd be a good idea. Okie dokie. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Get him. Yeah, dude. Get it out of there. There it is. I love y'all so much. And please keep fishing out there. Alright, FrickEm Up Nation, it is time to let Mr. Rocksters go. All we gotta do is put some water in this cooler and then off to the location that we're dropping them off. Not sure if I said it in the intro, but we got them tagged. Just like a shirt, honestly. It's the same end on the other side, and that's kind of just planted in them. We got it at a good level now. We got to use the net. Let's get up in there. Just do this as quick as possible here.
Oh, Splash City.
There's that little tag right there too. Right in the soft spot. Okay. That what, 13?
Yeah.
It's about 13 and a half.
Yeah. Like 1-3, we'll say.
1-3. What we're gonna do is put some of the lake water into his tank water, and we're gonna kind of acclimate the tank water to the same as the lake water. So I'm gonna get a little bit here, about like that. We'll just start with this, and then we'll give it like 5 minutes, and then we'll put some more water in. All right, we did 3 rounds. We're about to do the final round. I'm gonna put a little more water than I have been, and we're gonna let it sit for a little bit, and then we're gonna let him go. So it's gonna be a sad moment, but I think it's time to do it. Okay. I gotta get him out with the net again. You can go now. Time to let Rocky go. We're all sad, but it's the moment of truth. Can you see him? Yep. He went to the right. Wow, man. That was a good one. Yes, indeed.
We got that one. We got it. It's so big.
Oh, here we go. Got him. Yes. The frame. Oh, perfect. Please do me a favor and keep fishing out there.